Former five-star cornerback Cormani McClain has made headlines again, this time not because of his skills as a football player. McClain's beginning with the Gators has not been entirely rosy, to say the least. Since he transferred from Colorado, where he played under Deion Sanders, his time in Florida has been highlighted by reports of his poor practice habits. On August 28th, the Gators released their depth chart for their season opener against Miami, which they eventually lost 17-41. And McClain's name was missing from the cornerback lineup. However, we cannot say that it was completely out of the blue. Jason Marshall Jr. was already expected to be the starter this year. He has been with the team for 2 seasons and is a solid choice. Last year's elite 4-star recruit, Jakeem Jackson, is also on the list after seeing action in 11 games last season. Devin Moore and Johnson Dijon, who have proven their worth, made it to the list as expected. Coach Billy Napier had played it down on that occasion. "That's more of an organizational chart than a depth chart," Napier said about the chart. "I'm really proud of our team and I believe in our team. We've had a terrific offseason and very impressed with all phases we've been through," Napier had said on that occasion. But still, speculations did not stop flying that his alleged misconduct might have some bearing on it. Now McClain apparently expressed his displeasure over the matter. McClain shared a cryptic Instagram story that read, "I am being humble RN, but eventually everybody gotta pay." The story did not take time to gain the attention of fans and media, speculating that McClain is venting his frustration with the current situation in Florida. The Gators, under Napier, have had a mixed start with 1 win and 1 loss. They rebounded from the defeat to Miami by securing a decisive 45-7 victory over Samford. This year, the team is expected to improve from their 5-7 record from last year. They lost 5 games to close the year and loose ends in their defense need to be fixed to avoid a similar fate. McClain was set to be an important prospect in that. He has the potential to step in Deion Sanders' footsteps as a shutdown defender. He was the top-rated defensive back in his 2023 class, having 58 tackles, 3 for loss, 15 interceptions, 17 PDUs, and 3 forced fumbles over 2 years at Lakeland High School. But that did replicate during his time with the Buffs. He only played in 9 games for the Buffs last year, starting in just 4 of them, and managed a modest 13 tackles. "I feel like I just don't want to play for clicks. I actually want to be involved with a great leading program that's going to develop players," a disgruntled McClain had said. So, he had joined the Gator to improve the situation. However, his deeds have been under scanner for quite some time. Last month, Nick De La Torre of On3 Sports divulged some details about it. "I was told that Cormani McClain has been late to most of the requirements, meetings, lift, etc. The way that it's handled is sort of like a strike system. Essentially, you get a warning that you have to do extra run/lift, which he started to show up late for as well. They started to make the defense, and then the rest of the team do these extra lifts thinking that would get Cormani to show up on time, and it hasn't," he said. Calling him immature, Torre further added, "You're not going to be liked in the locker room if your tardiness/immaturity is causing the rest of your team to have to run." However, this is not the first time such allegations have been brought against him. During his time with the Buffaloes, McClain, a 5-star recruit, had the chance to shine alongside 2-way star Travis Hunter. Even former Buff Matt McChesney pointed this out, saying, "This kid, Cormani, is dumb that he could have been the other side of Travis Hunter. You know how many balls you're going to pick, tip, and play." True enough. And after Hunter leaves for the NFL in 2025, McClain would have been in the spotlight. But his actions did not sit well with Deion Sanders. And why? The reasons might sound same as this time. In a press conference in 2023, Deion Sanders was asked about his valued recruit. "Study, prepare, be on time for meetings, show up to the Dern meetings. Understand what we're doing as a scheme. Want to play this game. Desire to play this game. Desire to be the best in this game. At practice, in the film room, and in your own free time." An evidently unhappy Sanders had said about McClain. Interestingly, on that occasion also, McClain had a cryptic response. "You'll be surprised what happens behind closed doors. Everything ain't just what is seems, but pushing through politics every day is the only way out." McClain had posted on his Instagram. Whatever his off-the-field antics may be, when it comes to the field, Cormani McClain has displayed potential time and again. Figures for the course of the season: 6 tackles, 0 fumble recovery, 0 interceptions, and 2 pass breakups. But we may say that he was more effective than the figures suggest. McClain has the size, agility, and skills that put him on the list of best cornerbacks in high school. When McClain left the Buffs, Deion Sanders had said, "I pray to God that he goes to a program that challenges him, as well as holds him accountable and develops him as a young man." Unfortunately, we weren't the program that could accomplish that. Now, Billy Napier and the Gators are left with the task of becoming that team. They must determine how to get the best out of McClain in a quest to go through the tough SEC slate. Despite the decision that led to the benching, McClain remains in the game, and his statement means that there is much more to come. Thus, fans will be eagerly waiting to see if he can come back, remain disciplined, and produce the kind of performance expected from a player of his caliber.